She was 27. I was 58. I still remember the look people gave me when we walked into that restaurant. Some laughed, some judged, some didn't believe it. And to be honest, neither did I. Because for most of my life, I believed what they told us, that once you hit a certain age, romance is over. That younger women only want one thing, that if you don't have a six-pack or $1 million bank account, you're invisible. But everything changed when I discovered the truth. Not a trick, not a gimmick. A truth about men like us. And what we offer that younger men simply can't. And in this video, I'm going to give you the entire method, step by step, so that you can become the kind of man younger women are quietly drawn to, often without even realizing it. But I'll make you a deal. If you stay with me until the end of this video, I promise you'll walk away knowing exactly what to do next and why your best years in love may actually still be ahead of you. Let's start with the biggest lie society sells men, that younger women are only attracted to youth. It's false. What they're truly attracted to is energy, leadership, emotional safety, presence, wisdom. And guess what? Most of that younger men haven't developed yet. But you've lived, you've suffered, you've grown. You don't need to chase trends. You don't need to act like you're 25 again. You need to remember what younger women are craving and why so many of them are quietly frustrated with the men their own age. They're tired of boys who ghost them, boys who play games, boys who think maturity is boring. You are not boring. You're a man who's earned his scars. And in today's dating world, that's magnetic, if you know how to carry it. Presence is the new power. When you walk into a room, you don't need to shout. You don't need flashy clothes. You don't need to compete. You just need to be there. Calm, certain, grounded. Most younger men haven't learned this. Their minds are racing. Their egos are fragile. But when a man over 50 sits across from a woman and listens, really listens, without trying to impress her, something magical happens. She feels seen. She feels safe. And in a world where everyone's trying to get attention, the man who doesn't need it becomes irresistible. You become the eye of the storm. You become the anchor. Stop chasing. Start attracting. Chasing never works. It kills mystery. It screams insecurity. And it puts you in the same category as every other guy trying to win her over. Attraction isn't something you force. It's something you allow. Instead of trying to convince her, show her. Through your posture, through your pace, through the way you speak, not rushed, not needy, but deliberate. The more secure you are in your silence, the louder your presence becomes. You don't need to be perfect. You need to be real. Confident in your age, your stories, your value. You've made mistakes. Good. That's what makes you interesting. That's what makes you human. Here are the 3 core attraction triggers younger women feel, even if they don't say it. Stability. Not money, emotional grounding. When chaos hits, do you remain calm? When she's overwhelmed, do you stay solid? That presence is rare and powerfully attractive. Leadership. This doesn't mean control. It means direction. You know where you're going. You have purpose. That quiet certainty gives her something she can trust. Mystery. You're not a book she can finish in one night. You're a novel she wants to keep reading. Stop oversharing. Let her discover you slowly. Curiosity builds attraction. Every older man should master the one story. It's not a brag. It's not about money or success. It's about growth. A moment that shaped you. A moment you became you. When you can tell that story with vulnerability and clarity, she won't just be listening. She'll be feeling. Because what she's really looking for isn't a show, it's a soul. Here's the biggest mistake most older men make. They hide their age. They try to act young. They apologize for their past. Stop. You didn't survive this long to become someone else. You made it this far because you were meant to be here. Age is not your enemy. It's your edge. Real attraction doesn't come from youth. It comes from truth. And when you stop pretending, you start attracting. So what's the real secret? You don't attract younger women by impressing them. You attract them by knowing yourself. Own your story. Own your age. Own your energy. The next time you walk into a room, don't ask if they're looking at you. Know they are. Because energy doesn't age. Confidence doesn't fade. And real men, they only get better with time. If this message resonated with you, don't keep it to yourself. Hit that like button, subscribe to this channel, and share it with a friend who needs to hear this. Your story's not over. It's just getting interesting. And she's out there, waiting for a man like you. But let's get real for a second. This isn't just about younger women. This is about you. This is about the man in the mirror. The one you may have ignored for years while you raised a family, worked your job, played by the rules, and kept your head down. Now it's time to lift your head up, because this next chapter of your life, it's not about survival, it's about legacy. You've already proven that you can endure, that you can show up, that you can build. But can you live? Can you lead? Can you love with presence, power, and peace? That's what she's attracted to. Not the car, not the clothes, not the hair, but the man who knows who he is and isn't afraid to show it. You see, most men your age are shrinking, hiding, giving up. They say, I'm too old for this. She'd never go for someone like me. It's too late. And maybe you've said that too. But here's the thing. Beliefs are choices, and every time you tell yourself you're too old, too broken, too invisible, you're reinforcing a lie someone else planted in your mind. You were never meant to fade away. You were meant to evolve. You were meant to stand in a room, shoulders back, eyes steady, and not demand respect, but command it simply by existing fully as yourself. That's what women of any age feel. They don't want perfect. They want real. A man who can hold space, hold presence, and hold himself accountable. So ask yourself this. What kind of man do I want to be remembered as? The one who gave up too soon, or the one who came alive in the second half? Because guess what? Some of the greatest stories in history didn't start until after 50. Some of the greatest romances bloomed when no one expected them. Some of the greatest men didn't even know they were great until they finally stepped out of the shadows of who they used to be. So don't chase youth. Don't fake charm. Don't become a copy of a younger man. Become the man you were meant to be, and let the right woman be drawn to that. And if she's younger, good. Because maybe, just maybe, What she's really looking for isn't someone her age, but someone who's finally become ageless. If no one's told you this today, you're not too old. You're not too late. You're not done. Hit that like button if this message lit a spark in you. Subscribe if you're ready to stop settling for scraps and start living like a man with nothing left to prove, but everything still to experience. And share this with a brother, a friend, or a man who's forgotten what it feels like to be seen again. Because the world doesn't just need younger men trying harder. It needs older men showing up, stronger, wiser, and finally, free.